largest living animal on the planet, the Great Barrier Reef. And plenty of colorful coral and fish as well. It's time now for one of the big draw cards we've all been waiting for. It's the second men's singles semi-final, and it's featuring the world #1, Malaysia's Chong Wei, who has swept all before him so far this week with, well, varying degrees of determination and desire on his part, but he certainly appears to be a cut above everything he's come across so far. It's Tian Houwei who's trying to stop him reaching what all suspect will be a finals appearance for the Malaysian, who's been a little bit under the weather this week, a little bit of a cold that he brought into the week. Tian Houwei, unseeded here, just inside the world top 200, so it gives you some idea of what he has to do to try and turn things around. There you see, came through rounds 1, quarterfinals. Santoso forced him to 3 for a more comfortable victory over Fong in yesterday's match. Here is Chong Wei, that massive experience as well of nearly 600 singles matches, seeded 1, world ranking 1. And as you can see there, dropped a set along the way against India's Gurasaidut. But otherwise, he's only averaging around the half-hour court time. So coming up in a moment, it's the men's singles semi-final featuring world #1. And earlier this week, we had a chance to catch up with Chong Wei and chat to him about coming to Sydney for this event.
I come to this Australia Open. I hope so I can play well, because this tournament is very important for me, because I still world #1. I hope so I can enjoy the Sydney Australia Open. Maybe I win this week. Is the first Australia Open champion. I hope so I can win the Australia Open champion for first time, and I hope so I can enjoy the Sydney and after my final match.
Well, looking forward to recording a first ever Australian Open victory, of course. Next year, it's a Super Series event, so just acclimatising himself to a tournament here in Sydney.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chong Wei, Malaysia.
And listen to that applause. They are a very knowledgeable
Tian
crowd
Houwei,
here.
China.
And up against Chong Wei is Tian Houwei of China, who will be the world #1 to serve. And sign of early intent from Tian.
1-love.
As he takes the first point.
And their opponent, from Thailand, the #2 seed, Savitri Thai and Satsui Thai.
Beautiful disguise there from Chong Wei. He's the #1 player in the world.
1-all.
It's great to have him here in Australia for the first time. Just delaying that drop shot to the last second.
Fabulous speed. You do get the feeling sometimes that he is just toying with his opponents.
He does look casual, but I think one of the reasons for that is just his his beautiful footwork. He has the most amazing footwork moving around the court, and he looks so at ease and in his comfort zone. So sometimes looks a bit casual. I'm sure he's working really hard.
Service over.
So you don't get to world number one unless you put in the hard yards. It's all blood, sweat and tears to make it to the very top. Been a little bit under the weather this week, so we probably haven't seen the best of him. Just dropped one game en route to the semi-final against Gursaidut of India.
Drifting wide. We'll have to make that adjustment, as all the players have that we've seen so far today. Just held that to the last second, but he needs to make a slight adjustment for the drift.
It's a good confident start for Tian at the other end. And now leads 4-2.
4-2.
No, the chances aren't necessarily going to come along every point. And when you're leading 4-2, you really want to try and consolidate this advantage, make the most of this occasion, even though it's very early days.
Tian, very quick. You know, he's also a left-hander.
5-2.
So the angles are slightly different to what Chong Wei has faced in the early parts of this tournament. He was a little short on his lift there, and Tian was very quick to jump up and put that one away. It's also a great opportunity for Tian to play against the #1 player in the world and really gauge where his game's at, and whether he wins or he loses this particular match today. It's a great opportunity to test his skills.
Last year it was the world #2 Jin Chen who took out the men's singles competition from China, defeating Yuan of Vietnam in the final.
6-2.
Was to try and ensure that they had enough players in the top 10 in the world to get that extra player into the Olympics draw. And one of the reasons why Chong Wei is here today is because in the international standings, China's Chen is just getting a little bit close behind him.
7-2.
And with one eye on, of course, adding a new crown to your list of achievements, and another on seeing the part of the world where the Super Series is coming to next year, and the big bucks really arrive with $750,000 US of prize money as of next year for the Australian Open. It's important to see how things operate down in this part of the world, but also important to use it at the same time to just boost your points tally in that rankings. Hold on to the #1 world ranking that clearly means a lot to him.
Service over.
And it's very important. You know, badminton's a huge sport in Malaysia, so Chong Wei, you know, the importance of being #1 in the world, the importance of winning titles is not lost on him. He understands how important it is for his country that he performs well. He's a silver medalist, or dual silver medalist in the Olympic Games. Just falling short twice now. He relishes the opportunity to spend as much time in the world #1 ranking as he possibly can.
4-8.
And After trailing by 6 points early here, he's closed that back up by winning the last two. This would be a massive upset. The number one in the world against number 196, Tian Houwei.
Waiting for his opportunity.
And such brilliant athleticism as well. Just paddling the shuttlecock around at the front and then suddenly exploding.
Service over.
Probably would have been a winner against a lot of the other players that
9-5.
Chong Wei's played against this week. This cross-court net here took it pretty early, but Tian was all over it.
Houwei, clearly the player high on confidence himself this week as he reads that one well. Victory over the number 4 seed yesterday in the quarterfinals. Wei Fong.
Turned that around. He was out of that point. And Tian grew the decision not to smash. He chose to go for a drop shot.
10.
He had an opportunity right there. You don't fool Chong Wei like that. Come back. He's come back to bite you.
10-7 now. Chong Wei
10.
clawing his way back into this first game. Tian Houwei, yesterday's victory was against the Malaysian Wei Chong, who may have had a few words for Chong Wei just about what to expect.
And Tian's defeated 3 Malaysians on his way to this match today, so he's definitely in good form.
And after a slow start,
8-10.
it's the world number 1. The last time he was in Australia was for the Commonwealth Games back in 2006. Walked away with a pair of gold medals for his troubles that day. Just quite simply brilliant from Chong Wei. After trailing
10.
by as many as 6 points, 8-2 at one stage in this first game. He now trails by just one. Won 7 of the last 9 points.
9-3.
And it's pushed wide.
10-all.
How quickly it turns around. Chong Wei, he's done it a few times this week already. He's been down a few points. He just seems to find a way to ease his way back into the game.
guess when you're in the rarefied airs of the world's top 5, most of your opponents are coming out of the world's top 20 or 40 only. There can be the odd surprise. We've already seen with a couple of the young Chinese qualifiers who have made their way through to the last 4. Oh, that's landed in. And so Tian Houwei fights back once again. And in something of a surprise at this stage of the second men's semi-final, he leads the world number 1 Chong Wei 11-10. Well, now let's hear from a little bit more of our interview with the world number 1 Chong Wei about just what it means to him to hold on to that number 1 position.
You want to maintain the world number 1 is very difficult because it's a lot of players want to beat the world number 1. She's more famous and upset the players. And every tournament, a lot of pressure. And because my coach, my country, and association don't expect and can win all the tournaments. And you want to maintain the world number 1. All the tournament you want to maintain in the semi-final and final. You can maintain the world number 1.
Well, with that, the great pride of being world number 1, of representing your country as well, also comes a certain amount of pressure. World number 1 Chong Wei trailing by a solitary point in the opening game of their semi-final. Waiting in the final is the Chinese qualifier, undefeated in now 2 tournaments in Australia for the 19-year-old Chong Wei, who did it tough in the earlier semi-final, but is there now waiting, sitting in the crowd, watching, knowing that either his compatriot Tian Houwei or the world number 1, that man Chong Wei of Malaysia, will be his opponent in tomorrow's final.
11-all.
Just knows when to add a little bit of speed, Chong Wei. Just increased the speed there. Took the shuttle early. Found that easy win across court.
Pickups in that point from Tian Houwei, and well, he might hold the fist high. 12-11. 12-11. Leads again. As we've already mentioned, we have seen it so far in this tournament from Chong Wei. Comfortable win over Andrianis of Indonesia in the second round. He was pushed, though, by India's Arvind Bhatt in their opening game, 21-18 in the second game of that. Long and slow out of the blocks at the start of the game, slow out again after the pause.
Tian's definitely stepped up to the mark and he's playing really well in this first game. Certainly matching it with the world number 1 and just he's got that 3-point lead. But as we know with Chong Wei, does have an uncanny knack of just turning things around when he needs to.
Fabulous deception again with the little drop shot, launching himself into the air, preparing for the smash, and then almost just blocking the shuttlecock back over the net.
Using that smash quite effectively, the one straight to the body, not giving Tian too much room.
13-14.
It also breaks down the angles for the shuttle to be returned to you, so staying safe, and there's only 1 point behind now.
Trying to accelerate there. Trying to paint his opponent into a corner, but Tian Houwei is standing up to the challenge, isn't he? He's not at all overawed at this stage by the world number one. Fight fire with fire. Tian Houwei still leads by 2. Well, there is a certain sense of feeling around that it's only a matter of time before Chong Wei takes this game. But for the moment, Tian Houwei is just upstaging the world number one at the moment.
He's just matching him in every part of the game at the moment. Defense, attack, and then when he gets his opportunity, he seems to be able to force the error from Chong Wei.
Came back. And is that the 50-50, the slice of good fortune?
When you're playing the world number one, you just want everything to go your way. They're not the world number one for nothing. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you.
You can curse the badminton gods all you like. It's not like the world number one needs a slice of good fortune.
Oh, look at that shot.
Well, it was very close. It's been called in, landing on the line. So a slight misjudgment from Lee. Right in the middle of the line.
Caught the line.
Brilliant reflexes just to keep that point alive.
And the crowd starting to get into the match now. Calling for the world number one to lift his game.
Getting closer and closer now. Time when he will have to stand up. Just, but Tian Houwei
15-17.
looks very impressive out there at the moment. He grabs the point to close back to within 2. Serving at 15-17.
That was very close as well, yeah. And Chong Wei
15.
asking the umpire. It's definitely in depth-wise. It's a bit hard to see.
So it's back out to 3 points.
Service over.
Good hustling there by Chong Wei. Move forward quickly. Caught Tian by surprise. Thought that drop shot might have been going a little wide. And he was asking his coach whether that was out.
For the first time. Well, they say you make your own luck if you play that close to the net cord. Chances are some will go your way, some won't. It's a 1 point game. Misses. 2 points from the game.
17.
Beautiful smash, just dragging it wide.
He's already past Tian. He thrust the racket out.
That's better. You could see him make the adjustment there. That was going to land a foot inside the sideline. It doesn't take the world number 1 long to make a quick adjustment to his game. Some great elevation there. Take the shuttle early.
Both players taking advantage of the mopping up work out on court to take on some liquids and prepare themselves mentally as well. These final few points of the opening game, crucial points these for both players, but particularly you'd think for the unseeded underdog Tian Houwei, who leads by a point. And he's got the slice of good fortune this time from the other end.
Game point 18.
Game point 20-18. Everyone expecting when he announced that he was coming that Chong Wei would be in the final. Would be the favourite to win it as well. He's being pushed here by world number 196, Tian Houwei. But he hasn't had his final word to say yet either in this first game. He serves at 19-20. point, and you can see what it means to Tian Houwei, the unseeded Chinese player. Takes the first game of his semi-final against world number 1 Chong Wei, 21 points to 19. Chong Wei getting a word from his coaching staff there. Yeah, the first words when they came out, you're doing well, you're doing well. As we have a look at the highlights, well, it hasn't gone according to the script, but Tian Houwei take nothing away from the unseeded Chinese player. Very impressive.
Well, it's been a pretty even game, really, all around. Both players not making too many errors, and I think Chong Wei would be fairly happy with the way that he played that game, even though he didn't come up with it. He certainly wasn't anything disastrous, so it'll be interesting to see again whether Tian can maintain that level of play throughout this match. We know Chong Wei is the world number 1 for a reason, and his standard we will expect to continue to rise rather than to fall away. Both players showing some amazing athleticism, and Tian shows the elation of taking the first game from the world number 1.
Well, the Sydney Harbour and its bridge, really the focal point of that entry into the city of Sydney. Fabulous setting for the 2013 Yonex Australian Badminton Open. And do we have something of an upset on the cards here, perhaps? The unseeded Tian Houwei leads world number 1 Chong Wei of Malaysia, 21 points to 19. He's taken out the first game, and with a very confident smash with a great angle, draws first blood in game 2.
Loose error there from Chong Wei.
2 love.
He really has been under a lot of pressure. I mean, you're the world number 1. Everyone's going to be hunting for you. So, you know, it's every match you play, there's expectations that you are going to win. You're probably going to have fairly significant expectations yourself, but you've also got the weight of a nation hanging on every shot you play. It'll be interesting to see just how he responds to this challenge.
Time.
Service over.
It was loose from Tian Houwei.
1-3.
He defeated Mohamed Abdulatif, the number 10 seed, in the second round. Before that, another Malaysian, Beng Hong Kwan, on his way here. We'll see Mohamed Abdulatif after this in the men's doubles semi-final.
Chong Wei in that rally just increasing the tempo a little bit, increasing his intensity. He's going to need to lift, put the pressure back onto the young Chinese player.
Service over. 4-2.
Well, after a first game of breathtaking quality, very few unforced errors from either player. We've just had a few at the start of this second.
5-2.
That was a nice smash again into the body.
3-5.
Wasn't Tian's best lift into the back of the court. And Chong Wei was onto it in a flash.
Just couldn't position the racket, but still, Tian Houwei leads by 2. Make that 1.
4-5.
Well left.
Service over.
Great power again in the smash.
4.
And Chong Wei shows absolutely no emotion. Win, lose, draw. He's not. He doesn't give anything away to his opponent, what he's thinking or how he's feeling.
100% professional. The smash is spectacular, but the athleticism earlier in that point, quite spectacular.
Biggest surprise really has been his amazing court coverage. He's looked strong. I mean, he's a strong guy, but to be able to spin around, be down on the floor, get back into position, take control of the rally, and then put that smash away.
Fabulous replay of that point from Tian Houwei. Just how much of the court he covered there.
Let's push that wide.
Service over. Five, 7.
Well, how is it, Mark, to put you on the spot, but we can have one unheard of Chinese player, 19 years of age, already in the final in Chong Wei. And here is another 196 in the world. I mean, upsets do happen, but do they happen more regularly in badminton?
Oh, I think they do. I think particularly when you've got a powerhouse like China involved there, you know, just to be given the opportunity to go out and travel and play for your country like these guys have, you've got to be something special.
6.
And, you know, they've been through years of training and preparation to get to this situation. So everybody that they send out is capable of anything. So, you know, it just depends on how they adapt to the situation. Playing internationally and coming out to tournaments like this is really great for the young players to get an opportunity to play against people like Chong Wei. And appear to dominate him, which is, you know, got to be great for the future of Chinese badminton.
8-6.
Well, you heard it from the chair judge, 8-6 in this second game. Chong Wei focusing on the task at hand.
Changed the pace a little bit on that smash. I think that's what sort of affected Tian's ability to judge it. Took a little bit of pace off, which I think is probably a wise thing. Maybe he was thinking it might have been out and just had to go at it at the last second.
Too late to have a successful go at it on the backhand. We saw it in the women's semi-final a few moments ago, and we haven't mentioned it here, but Tian Houwei is also a left-hander. Now, certainly for the world #1, that is not anything to suggest that he'll find himself in trouble, but in this venue, coming up against the first left-hander at a new venue, all little elements that can become factors.
Well, I think, you know, it's just like anything. It's a slightly different angle. Shuttles coming at you from different directions. Chong Wei wouldn't have even seen this guy before, probably. So, you know, it's an adjustment. Sometimes some players' style of game also is better suited to different opponents. So maybe Tian is feeling good today, and you know he's got nothing to lose. He's playing the #1 player in the world. You just got to go for it.
And again, that looked like it might have been just drifting wide of the mark. He points to the line as well. Just a couple of judgment calls, starting to get a little bit hazy in Tian Houwei's mind there as he edges closer to the biggest scalp of his career.
Well, and that's when you start to wonder what goes through the young player's mind when he's won the first game and he's suddenly leading 9-7 in the second. Is he starting to dream of winning the match? Is he letting thoughts like that get into his head?
That was far too short from Lee Chong Wei. And not to make excuses for him, but he did arrive in Australia with fairly heavy head cold. He's shaken that off, but it can take a bit out of you. And there is what you were talking about, Mark, that pressure, just what's going through the mind. And it's the simple things, the hard things, the instinctual things. He's doing well still, but it's the simple things.
Absolutely unforgivable to put serve in the net in men's singles. All of a sudden, the world #1 draws level.
Well, he can smell a little bit of blood in the water, perhaps, with that serve into the net.
10-all.
So we can expect him now to pile on the pressure.
So quick.
11-10.
Both players just pouncing on anything short. And the upset stays on track. Tian Houwei leads in the second game, 11-10. Well, we've already seen that we've caught up with Lee Chong Wei this week. We also chatted to him about what is to become a Super Series event next year, the Australian Open.
Yeah, I train again 1 week is a 6 day, only Sunday resting. Yeah, every day is 6 and 7 hours. I just try my best, and because I just finished 2012 the London Olympic, I lost in the final. Yeah, it's the 3rd time in the Olympic, and my country is hope so I can maintain the 4th time in Olympic in 2016 in Brazil. I just try my best in the maintain for next year, because next year I have a Commonwealth game and Asian game. After see my condition in the Asian game and Commonwealth game is a free injury, I still keeping up in the 2016 Brazil Olympic. I try my best.
11-10.
Well, the Olympic Games not too far away. Certainly something to look forward to. As he mentioned there, 2 silver medals from Olympic Games. Something he'd like to rectify and go one better. Before then, of course, he has to deal with the not a small matter of Tian Houwei. 6 to 7 hours training a day, 6 days a week for Lee Chong Wei.
Service over. 11-12.
I think when you get to this level as well, Mark, we've seen there are just no easy points, are there?
Absolutely nothing comes easy, and Chong Wei, he knows that every point counts the same as the last one, and it's just a matter of you know, focusing on him one point at a time. He's down one game, but it's 12 all. He'll just be thinking about, what am I going to do now? I need to steady the ship. I don't know what he was thinking there.
That was well in.
13-12.
A bit disorientated, maybe with the lights.
Completely losing his place on the court there, it looked. Great hands from Tian to stay defending in that point, but how quick is Chong Wei all over that? Long, well judged that time. And the world #1 is in front for the first time in what feels like an eternity.
Showed good judgment there. Crucial point, 13 all. Nice control at the net from Tian. He's not afraid to take him on at the net. See this exchange here.
Again, the speed of the smash.
15-14.
Drawing the error. Again, the moments you expect Chong Wei to step up, and the moments you expect Tian Houwei just to start to crack a little bit, perhaps, but it still doesn't happen. 15 apiece. Well, when you're talking about millimetre fine touches at the net, some of them are going to come back. They are being forced to play it that close.
Beautifully constructed rally there from Chong Wei. Just controlling the rally, but not over-committing. And just eventually finding the error from Tian, clearing the shuttle 10 centimetres long.
Chong Wei to serve, leading 17-15, the world #1. And top seed here, of course. He could pick his spot. And he went to his favoured side as well across court.
16,
Nicely set up with a spinning net shot. Shuttle spinning over the tape and then turning back in towards the net, making it very difficult to lift. Chong Wei only able to come up with a half-court lift. Tian with the easy put away.
Eighteen, 16.
18-16.
Showing his experience here in Chong Wei. He's caught Tian unawares a couple of times. Push that wide.
Service over.
Maybe there's another twist in this game yet.
17-18.
Tian Houwei to serve at 17-18.
When he needs it, he comes up with it. A massive smash down the line. Centimetre perfect.
19-17.
And he needed it there as well. Desperately.
Tian Houwei just getting himself in a little bit of trouble that time. And now 3 game points for Chong Wei.
Got that one in the nose, I think. Just another example of Chong Wei going to the smash directly at the opponent, taking away the angles, and there's an element of surprise as well.
Certainly surprising at the pace it's coming.
There it is, he's got it. And comes forward to the net.
Tian Houwei can't hold on. Here comes the world #1, who takes the second game, 21-17, to tie it at 1 apiece. Well, there were plenty of highlights in that second game. It was started so well for Tian Houwei, but then the world #1 just stepped up the pressure as much as anything, and we started to see at last a few just unenforced errors and silly ones as well from the Chinese unseeded player.
Yeah, you could clearly see that Chong Wei really tightened up his game. Drove out those unforced errors on his own side of the court and started to pick up a few from his opponent. I think it'll be interesting to see whether the crowd gets involved. They've started to become a lot more influential in the second half of that game, getting Chong Wei back into the match, and they'll certainly be pretty noisy going into this third game. Again, Tian just dropping off his intensity a little bit, which we saw with his compatriot in the previous semi-final. So it'll be a real challenge for him to step back up again in this third game and see whether he can withstand the pace with the world #1.
Well, we saw some fabulous touches at the net from both players, if anything. Chong Wei just really pulling out some big power plays as well in the latter stages of that second game. A change of shirt for the world number one. Going with the all-red now, Chong Wei of Malaysia. He'll be hoping to build on the latter stages of that second game, which he took 21 points to 17 against the unseeded world number 196, Tian Houwei, who really stunned him in the opening game of their men's singles semi-final.
Out. Service over. 1 love.
The chair judge having to make that call as the line judge was unsighted.
Just missing the line. A little bit ambitious there on the backhand cross court. Chong Wei needs to regroup. Think about what got him to that, to win that second game, and it was steady play, controlled play, no unforced errors.
It's in. Now slightly misjudged. The early points every time there's a change of ends are a factor and do take a little bit of time to just adjust to.
Better play then from Chong Wei.
1-3.
Just being a bit more conservative with his play.
On the scoreboard in this crucial third game.
Service over.
There are moments where it just
4-1.
does look a little bit casual. That was one such time. This is wide. 5-1 now.
5-1.
Really has struggled down this end of the court to judge his placement. Pushing that one wide.
Another men's semi-finals that was the far end of the court that was victorious as well. Just kept coming back, but not at the umpteenth time of asking.
2-5.
Chong Wei to change up the shuttlecock. trails by 3. He has made an average start to the 2 previous games as well. He recovered for the second.
Spectacular smashing there from Tian.
The defense was
6-2.
working overtime, that time from Chong Wei. A quick little towel down for each of the players. Perfect conditions in here. Air conditioning. Just doing enough to keep it a very mild temperature in here.
6-2, play.
Long, well judged. Tian Houwei now leads by 5, 7-2. And the Malaysian world number 1 has his back against the wall once again.
Pushed it long.
8-2.
Tried something different in that rally. Tried to keep the shuttle flat into the body. In the end, didn't work out. I'm surprised that I haven't seen Chong Wei play a little bit more, with a bit more focus on the front court. He can take control of the net. He can take those. Smash away from his opponent. And Tian has got a powerful weapon. And that's a big lead.
And it's a very big lead in the 3rd and decisive game. And once again, we've asked the question already. How does the young player feel taking on the world number 1? Does he start thinking about that scalp? We asked that at 9-7 in the second game. 9-3 now in the 3rd. Can't afford to freeze up. You can't afford to think too much. You have to try and keep playing your game. Missed it wide.
That's one of the great challenges, is to understand why you're in the position that you're in, and understand what were the factors that got you there. And you need to focus on just keeping that style, or keeping those objectives going. And sometimes when you're in this type of situation, it could be easy to let the mind wander, think about what might be.
Another point now, and the world number 1 from Malaysia, Chong Wei, finds himself in deep trouble now in this 3rd game. He trails 11 points to 3 in the decisive 3rd game. Well, with any major event like this, the world's media are there as well. The players have been getting out and enjoying the sights around Sydney of this perfectly placed tournament here. Down to the beach, over to the zoo, the koalas, and these players, veritable superstars across the planet in the world of badminton, with some happy snaps to take home with them.
Free play.
There have been a few questions asked this week of Chong Wei, the world #1, but never as many as are being asked right now. That's long. 12-3. It's a 9-point gap. When was the last time you saw someone come from behind a 9-point gap in the third game?
Service over.
It's not very often that it happens. And we're talking about the world #1, so you can never probably write him off, but just can't see him coming back from here.
Point goes the way of Chong Wei, but how about some of that court coverage, those saves from Tian? Unbelievable stuff.
Just his footwork is so smooth and he's so strong through the legs. Chong Wei would have thought he had that point won several times. It just makes you wonder, could he be thinking now at 5-12?
Again.
Service over. 13-5.
Couple of points for Lee, and then Tian seems to get his game back. It comes back again with another big smash cross court. (13-5). Come back, so 14-5 now, back out to 9 points. And the longer this gap stays out at around the 9-7 point range, the harder it will be, the more urgency Chong Wei will have to show.
A loose shot from Tian. Chong Wei
6-14.
dealt with it. becomes very difficult when you've got to win 2 points for every point that your opponent wins to get yourself back into the match. It comes down to the ability to focus at one point at a time, not think about the score, just try to win every point. And the world number one's capable of winning every point. It's just whether his opponent will allow him to do it.
Brilliant.
8-14.
It's called in.
Just caught the edge of the line, I think. Just the fade-away backhand, deceiving his opponent, dead on the line.
Brilliant play again, always following up that first smash. The smash down and then attack the net. Part of that is also always being on the front foot, isn't it? Always having an attacking posture and attacking demeanour on the court.
And that's essentially what the last 4 points have been all about, is that he's been in much better position than Tian. He's been able to take advantage of that strong position in the court, take the shuttle early and then move forward, dominate from the front of the court. One of the things he's had trouble with today is he's allowed his opponent to dictate from the back of the court.
That's brilliant. Chong Wei claiming it was out, but right on the line again.
More hopeful than anything, I think.
15.
He may have thought it was just out, but I think it may have caught the edge of the line.
Immediately you see that professionalism. Move on immediately, don't let it get too much into your head.
Yeah, I think it caught the edge of the line.
10,
Got it back to 5 points.
The time is running out. 15-10. 10-15 now.
Chong Wei there, asking the umpire to tell Tian to stop signalling what he thinks the line call should be, to influence the linesman. All through that point.
The 9-point gap has been closed to just 3.
12-15.
The world number one is on the charge, and he has Tian Houwei in his sights. Come back. It is close. It's a 2-point game, and the crowd who came here expecting to see the world #1 march into the finals,
15.
might yet get their wish, but it's been a rather long march.
It'll be one of the greatest get-out-of-jail demonstrations that anyone will ever see in a match of badminton at this level. He can pull this one off.
Service over.
Just can't afford to make those mistakes. He's still a couple of points short.
16-13.
Tian Houwei can probably just about smell the victory, but he's got a fair bit of work to do yet. He's not going to stumble across the line from here.
Chong Wei showing his class, really anticipating that shuttle coming back to the net. He put all of his attention on that and was able to draw the error so fast moving forward.
He serves at 14-16. He has won 10 of the last 12 points. Oh, it's in. A crucial judgment call from the world #1, and Tian Houwei edges that little bit closer, 17-14. An hour and 15 minutes now into this incredible battle, right on the line.
I don't think the crowd could believe it. That the world #1 at 14-16 would leave a shuttle that would land on the line after such a long rally.
It is now the longest match of the week for Chong Wei. Irrespective of the result for this young man, it has been a very impressive afternoon's work. Of course, it won't look that way to him if he can't hold on to this 3-point lead. Don't forget, it's been as many as 9 in this third game.
Correct.
Some indecision over whether the shuttle is in good enough condition to play. The umpire decides to change it.
But with both players that were asking him to get it changed, it appeared there.
Amazing rally from both players. Tian can't believe his luck. That smash. into the net from Chong Wei.
It was travelling. It's another brilliant point technically between these two players. It has been monumental comeback from Chong Wei. But did he just give his opponent too much of a head start? Tian Houwei. If he could smell it earlier, he can just about taste it now. He leads 19-14 over world number 1 Chong Wei, the red-hot favourite for the 2013 Yonex Australian Badminton Open. What a performance it's been from that young man. It's not done yet. 15-19. The crowd respond again. Malaysian flag in the crowd behind Chong Wei.
(15-19).
Points in a row.
16-19.
Interesting tactics there from Chong Wei. Setting up to do the short serve and then flicking it over Tian's head. Just still trying different things. And again.
Misses wide and by quite a way. 17-19, 2-point game.
Pushed it wide.
Match point, 3 of them for Tian Houwei.
Match point 17.
And now it's not win 2 points for every one of your opponent. It's win 3 unanswered. And that's just to stay in the competition. He has the first.
Still surprising that Tian would lift the shuttle in that circumstance. I thought he would go for everything into that point. As soon as the shuttle was lifted, Chong Wei took his opportunity. He needs the next 2.
Got it, and he falls to his knees in triumph. Tian Houwei with the biggest upset of his young career. He has knocked out Malaysia's world number 1 Chong Wei, and he's done it in some style as well, showing incredible athleticism and a fair bit of fighting spirit as well. In the end, 21-19. 17-21, 21-18. What a fantastic victory for him, Mark.
Well, it's an amazing victory for someone who's unseeded, ranked, well into the hundreds in the world, coming up against the world #1, and he's come away with the victory. It's a brilliant. He played brilliantly. Take nothing away from him. Lee Chong Wei threw everything at him and put the pressure on him in both those games. And the young man was able to come up with the victory.
And he sets up in the process an all-Chinese final for the men's singles crown here at the 2013 Yonex Australian Open. He will take on a fellow teenager in the form of Chong Wei, who has come all the way through qualifying, no less. It was a gallant performance in the end from the world #1, which is only of greater credit to Tian Houwei, who had a 9-point lead. It closed to within 2 just in those final moments as well at 19-17.
And I think that everyone was expecting there to be, the script was going to be followed, that Lee Chong Wei was going to come away and sort out his game and win that third game. But in all sport, there is no fairy tale ending, and it never follows a script. Tian, he's had the biggest victory of his short career in international badminton, taking out the world #1 and moving into the final of the Yonex Australian Open.
Spectacular stuff for the Chinese men here in their singles. So it's all finished here in nearly an hour and a half. 21-18 in the third in favour of Tian Houwei.
Feet. I thought I had matching socks, but no. My shoes was killing me.